This course, the MidSouth Club in Pinehurst, North Carolina, is another Palmer design that should be added to the list of his very best. Recently renovated, both inside and out, this championship golf course has been climbing in the ranks, both nationally and also in golf-rich North Carolina, now regarded as one of the very best golf courses in the state. This major accomplishment is going to be the central theme of this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. Come along with us for a wild ride and some great memories of Arnold Palmer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
I know you were waiting to start the interview, but I couldn't drag myself away from the view. One of the views of all views in the entire Pinehurst area, right behind us and right next to me, Matt Hauser, general manager right here at the MidSouth Club, as well as the sister club, Talamore Resort. Matt, over the years, we've talked many times about the plans for the MidSouth Club and Talamore Resort and how things were changing. Most of those changes are done now. I never want to say all of the changes because I know owner Bob Levy well enough and nothing is ever completely done in his mind, but this is now a pretty finished product and one of the most amazing golf courses in all of North Carolina.
Yeah, 2017 we renovated the golf course. At the same time, decided to renovate the clubhouse. Golf course renovation came out great, fantastic greens, great bunkers, and the clubhouse renovation might have came out a little bit better. Really turned an area of our facility that didn't get used very much into one of the best spots here in town.
One of the great courses in North Carolina, and it's been recognized that way, so that is an important thing, as well as the fact that it now has a bit of a national reputation as one of Arnold Palmer's greatest designs.
We've definitely taken some strides here in the past few years. Conditions-wise have never been better here at the facility. The renovation for the greens was a drastic change for us. A little bit every year, taking some trees down, everything, little by little, and everything is just starting to come together.
Matt, I've had the opportunity to play a lot of Palmer courses around the country and outside of the country over the years, and with the renovations here at MidSouth, I really do believe that it has crept up to the point where it should be recognized as one of Palmer's top designs. It doesn't have the spectacular eye appeal of a place like Papagayo on the coast of Costa Rica with 800 feet of elevation changes throughout the golf course, maybe the most I know of any golf course anywhere. This one has more the gentle, perfect roll. I think I don't like a completely flat course, but this one has the perfect amount of roll, and I think it's used to its utmost.
Yeah, it most definitely took advantage of all of the already existing topography here. Some humps and bumps in the fairways, and just the way it flows through the property, through the lakes, which is very unique to our area. So you just drop this one in here great.
Now, of course, when everybody comes here, they're always going to talk about the 2 finishing holes.
Yeah, number 9, great par 5 coming down the hill. It's a long par 5, about 550 yards from the back tees. So big hitters can get there in 2, but it's gonna test you because you got to carry it all the way there. And 18, about 440 from the back tees, water all along the right side. Very intimidating second shots on both of them.
The double green, number 18 and number 9. 375 feet from one end to the other. And to add a little bit of excitement, you've got to cross water for the approach shot on each of these 2 ending holes. The only comfort in that shot over the water, you're hitting to a green that's larger than a football field. They're the holes that everyone talks about and remembers, but I've found that the rest of the golf course, that there is a lot of unique holes out there too that we probably should talk about a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the first hole starts off nice, short par 4 up the hill, nothing crazy out there. But then you step on the second tee and water all along the right side, tree blocking the fairway, so you've got to hit a good drive there. Number 6 is a great par 3, all over water.
6 is one of the great par 3s, I think, in the Pinehurst area. That's an eye catcher.
Yep, that one's good. Get to the backside, and 12's a long hole, 13's a long hole, 14. It's got sand everywhere. 15 is probably one of my favorite holes. It's a risk-reward par 5, beautiful view from the tee box. If you hit a good drive, you can definitely get there in 2, but if you miss it left, it all rolls down in the water. Bunkers short, bunkers right, just a great hole.
The good players always talk about the risk-reward holes. The rest of us, I seem to find them to be risk holes all the time, but in this particular case, you can make a birdie with some good shots on that hole.
Yeah, you most definitely can. Yeah, and we've seen plenty of eagles out there too, and and from the forward tees, guys can get there, and that's what people love too, is the opportunity to be able to get to a par 5 and 2, and maybe have that chance, or a 2-putt birdie. I mean, that's just something that the guys will remember. We also have one of the hardest par 4s in town, but it's only a par 3, the 17th hole out here. It's brutal. It's not overly long, but the green is wicked. I mean, you get on the green, you could have a 10-foot putt and putt it, and it rolls off the front. It is a brutal hole.
Now it's time for our Strack-A-Line putt of the day. The bigger the greens, the more subtle breaks can influence it. Big greens at the MidSouth Club. This is where you need the Strack-A-Line green reading guide.
We had bent grass greens, which was common for the area for a number of years, and in the summer they would just take a beating, and you'd spend a good portion of the year just trying to baby those through and then recovering in the fall. And we went with the Champion Bermuda, and we have a fantastic putting surface all year long. I mean, aeration, you're down about a week and that's it.
Fast. The new green surfaces are certainly great and quick. Do they hold the shot pretty well though?
Bermuda grass is a little bit firmer, so if you hit the ball high and a little bit of spin, they're definitely going to stop. But if not, you've got to play that into your shot. You got to play to land it a little bit shorter, and it's going to release on you.
But the good news is the greens are so big, if you miss them, it really is your fault. The changeover from bent grass to Champion Bermuda obviously has elicited a few comments from the players.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we have the putting surface is great year-round, especially this time of year. Grass is growing, greens are fast. They can really manicure them. You don't have to worry about weather or being too hot for the greens, and they can really get them very pure.
Another unique feature here at MidSouth, 19 holes. You actually have a 19th hole that can be used in many different ways.
Yeah, we do. You come through 18, you're all square, you can go to our 19th hole. Short, tricky little par 3, but also when people aren't using it, it doubles as our practice green for bunkers and chipping.
You could even maybe have a closest to pin contest there. So imagine that, this beautiful deck here that overlooks the practice green that's used for that 19th hole, with all the boo birds sitting here watching these guys play off on a hole. That could be a pretty entertaining afternoon.
Just a fun little hole that we're able to have.
Bottom line, the MidSouth Club really is a championship club.
Yeah, definitely. Championship level club that we reserve for our members and guests.
Yeah, there you go. A special entry if you know the right people. Tech Talk with Dave Glod, founder, president, Tour Edge Golf. You've put a lot of information out over the years. The golf geeks have to be getting back to you a lot and saying, here's what we like about Tour Edge. What is it?
I think the underlying factor is continued great quality and performance, but it's such a value. And they go, it only costs $200, really? And so that's wonderful, because that's that's our niche in that mid price point. So you get a great value, as good a product as anybody out there, but sometimes half the price.
The golf public has been hit with a lot of high costs, and they talk about the high costs. You're giving them an answer. That's our Tech Talk for this week on The Traveling Golfer.
Hi, I'm Eddie Rowland, CEO and founder of Next Belt, the belt with no holes. I want to show you why Next Belt is the finest ratchet belt in the world. We have the largest collection of ratchet belts. From golf belts to dress belts, we have a belt that will fit your fashion style. You can find Next Belts at your local golf shops or your country club. See our full line at nextbelt.com. Use promo code EDDIE for 10% off and free shipping.
The clubhouse at MidSouth is so perfectly situated, overlooking 9 and 18, but what you did inside has really made it even more special.
Yeah, what we did back in 2017 was we put our bar in the middle of that patio, opened it up for seating, windows everywhere. You can see 9, you can see 18. We added a back deck on for some outdoor seating that overlooks 9 and 18. Made it much more a welcoming place. There's somebody there saying hello to you when you come in, and it has really been a big hit for us with our members and guests alike.
These social grill rooms are really the centerpiece of a lot of modern clubs now, and the opportunity to sit at the bar and instead of looking into the middle of the clubhouse like so many were built for so many years, looking out on the golf course, it is the perfect atmosphere.
And we added a kids room during that renovation, so parents come down, they can grab lunch, grab dinner, kids go down. We've got Nintendos and PlayStations. They can throw on a movie and go down there where the parents can sit and talk, and it's just a great place for younger members, older members, guests. It really is a big hit for us.
Inside the MidSouth Clubhouse, the John Durr Library, dedicated in 2012 to John Durr, a great golf writer from the Pinehurst area, great friend of Arnold Palmer, a great place to read some of the great books that are in here, and maybe just enjoy a little peace and tranquility. The recently regrassed greens at the MidSouth Club have been a major improvement, but it all comes with major cost, a major amount of work. The end result, though, is it really makes the superintendent's job a lot easier. And speaking of the devil, here he is, Rusty Smith, the superintendent at the MidSouth Club. Rusty, come on down to your office here.
Good morning, Tony.
Hey, it's great to see you, and great to see you with this result here of a major project in regrassing the greens. We've heard about this at so many courses and talked about it on The Traveling Golfer. I thought we'd take a little time here to open the classroom. Turf Grass 101, what is the idea behind regrassing the greens? A big project, but why would you do it?
Well, we try to regrass the greens to provide a good, firm surface 12 months out of the year versus with bent grass, you have the soft, kind of shaggy conditions in the summertime just to get the grass through the summer.
And bent grass was the predominant grass used in the greater Pinehurst area for many years.
That's correct.
And in some of the other areas of the country. I mean, they tried it for a while in Myrtle Beach too.
That's correct.
They've all changed to some type of hybrid grass now, and that's what you chose.
Yes, the golfers prefer the new Bermuda grasses much better than the old bent grass because your conditions are great 12 months out of the year. Even in the wintertime, you get green grass most of the time.
And you chose
Champion Bermuda here at MidSouth because of the nice density of the grass, the small leaf blades that allow the ball to roll, and it's very easy to get consistent green speeds.
Yeah, there's really not much grain to them.
No, not at all.
Look at how that rolls out.
That's a great rollout.
Yeah.
The benefits of it, you top dress it, you mow it low, and it just putts great. The old grasses were like putting on Velcro, you know, they just had such a leaf blade surface that stick to your ball. This stuff gets slick, it gets smooth, and the lower you cut it and the more top dressings you do, it just gets smooth and firm and fast.
You keep the greens pretty quick here at MidSouth.
One thing we did have to do is make sure we studied our shade patterns around the greens and make sure we have enough sunlight, because that is another big difference between bent grass and Bermuda grass. You need plenty of sunlight for Bermuda. You need at least 8 hours a day of good sunlight during the summertime. The guests and the members love the new greens out here. The main thing is the playability throughout the year versus certain times of the year.
No overseed at MidSouth, so the course isn't ever down.
The greens are treated with a pigment during the winter to give them some color. And also we changed the sizes of the greens. We got back to Arnold Palmer's original specs and added an acre's worth of greens to the place.
We've spoke many times in other shows about regrassing at courses. Now we finally got into the technology of it. Do I have my superintendent's degree yet?
You're close, Tony. You're close.
All right, I'm going to add that GCSAA, Golf Course Superintendents Association of America, to my titles, well, right after I get my Esquire as a lawyer. So one way or the other, we're expanding here on the Traveling Golfer. The Traveling Golfer has a new official apparel sponsor, Swing Dish Women's Sportswear, created by Tricia Covell, a renowned designer. She was then inspired by her husband, country music star Toby Keith, to create a men's sportswear line. Covell is that line, the most comfortable golf shirt I have ever worn. The high-tech fabrics provide a buttery, soft feel and UPF 50+ protection from the sun. Covell, the choice of the traveling golfer. On a golf trip to the MidSouth Club or its sister club, Talamore Resort in the greater Pinehurst area, even the craziest of golf warriors don't spend all day on the golf course. You're going to need a place to relax and reflect. Nothing better than these condos like this one right here at the MidSouth Club. Absolutely luxuriously appointed. All the conveniences from dishwasher to microwave to oven to a fully stocked kitchen. Leather couches, big screen TVs in every room, and a porch overlooking the golf course that is the perfect place to have an afternoon cocktail, smoke a cigar, and watch the other golfers come in. The Traveling Golfer highly recommends the condos at the MidSouth Club or Talamore Resort. They can be booked through their package system, great golf, and also great accommodations. It's the best way to take a golf trip in the Pinehurst area. There is another world out there, and there is Pinehurst. You're so close to any of the other attractions in the area, you could certainly get to easily from here.
Right down the road, Mid Pines and Pine Needles, and the opposite way is Pinehurst Resort. Not too far away is Tobacco Road. We've got Legacy, Southern Pines, a number of golf courses here in the area to play.
And through your package company, you could book them also?
Yes.
And there's the Village of Pinehurst, which is great for an evening stroll.
And dinners and drinks and entertainment.
And the shops, don't forget the shopping. Yeah, a lot of people like that too. Phil Wers, President, CEO of the Convention and Visitors Bureau for the entire Pinehurst area. It has grown so much over the years.
And when you look at the worldwide notoriety that this destination gets,
Every major architect has come here and done something in Pinehurst.
and when you've got Pinehurst that kind of leads it, and everybody sees, okay, well, this is the shining example of global iconic golf. In fact, before the last U.S. Open, Highway 1 between Raleigh and Pinehurst was 4-lane. It's an hour away to Raleigh, easy access for people traveling by car. And if you're coming from anywhere else in the country, flying into the Raleigh-Durham Airport is the best way to go. It's an hour away, it's a quick trip down Highway 1, and you're here within an hour.
So many people read about Pinehurst first. When they finally make their first trip here, what kind of reaction?
It's a place that is timeless, and there are other places that are very modern. There's a ton of history here. In fact, I would recommend if you're in town and you're off the golf course, go into the village of Pinehurst and go to the Tufts Archives. There you can see designs that Donald Ross used to build Pinehurst No. 2. In fact, Bill Core and Ben Crenshaw went to the Tufts Archives to look at those diagrams. If you're into history, Pinehurst is a very historic place. That's where is a great place to capture a lot of that history, is the Tufts Archives.
It's really a special golf experience in the Pinehurst area. Best way to find out more about it, your website?
Homeofgolf.com, pretty easy. So you've got packages there, all kinds of information about the destination. You definitely want to come here and play golf, but there's a lot to do here as well.
Which keeps getting better because properties like the MidSouth Club and its sister course over at Talamore Resort, they put millions into the renovations and improvements both on the course and the clubhouse.
You can't do much better in the Pinehurst area than playing these two golf courses.
MidSouth is a private club, but two ways that people can play. If you book a package through your packaging company and stay here at MidSouth or at Talamore, you get the privilege to play here. Also, the Talamore family, it's 4 golf courses, the 2 down here, Talamore Country Club in Ambler, right outside of Philadelphia, and Applecross Golf Club in Downingtown, just west of Philadelphia. Member at 1, you're a member at all 4.
A lot of travel early in the spring, get ready for their golf season up there.
The younger members want to play different places. They want to travel, they want to take the family, they want to go on vacations. So playing one course all the time just doesn't appeal to them.
Definitely a short plane trip down, but winter time, if it looks nice, you can hop in the car, come on down and spend the weekend and head on back.
Every trip to Pinehurst is special, but as it sits right now, this is a very special place in my heart, and MidSouth is at the top. The top deck at the clubhouse, one of the great vantage points to watch golf anywhere in the Pinehurst area. Not only do you get to see the golf course behind you, you also have a beautiful view of the lake, and at the same time, you're up here in the pines. After all, it is Pinehurst. We hope we captured that atmosphere for you in the latest episode of The Traveling Golfer from the MidSouth Club and its sister course, Talamore Resort. And we hope to see you somewhere else down the golf trail.
Golf apparel provided by Swing Dish and Covell, official sponsors for The Traveling Golfer. Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of The Traveling Golfer.